Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And late last Friday afternoon, SBI uploaded their business update presentation with 163 slides. We are still waiting for the translated audio file. I think it'll be available today or tomorrow. So as an XRP holder, why do I pay so much attention to SBI? There are many reasons, but I'm going to give you two of my top points for this video. SBI is the largest shareholder of Ripple. And we all know that that stake was just a hair over 10% before the last round of funding went through in December, that $200 million round that SBI, Route 66 Ventures, and Tetragon participated in. And thanks to Mickey B. Fresh, who is at Mr. Fresh Time on Twitter, in all one word, he sent me this breakdown split from Tetragon, who was the lead investor, providing 150 million of that $200 million total round. So that leaves the remainder to SBI and Route 66 Ventures. SBI participated, I believe, to remain the largest shareholder because Mr. Kitao is all in on the success of Ripple and the digital asset XRP. And please don't question me on his backing of XRP as a public company that is held to the strict laws for the duty to the shareholders and part of Tokyo Stock Exchange on the Section A. I have done no less than 50 videos that bring quotes from Mr. Kitao on his support over the last 2.5 years. The second point, and remember, this is just two of many, there is a statement in red that has appeared in quite a few presentation slides, and this one is from March, and it's right down here, and it says that with the official connection with Ripple, SBI will likely occupy about 50% of the entire Ripple network. That means SBI is going to be transacting 50% of that volume. So I discovered just yesterday a brand new updated investors relation slide 2020. I'm pretty sure none of you have seen this because I have not seen this floating around anywhere. It's newly updated, as I said, and on the left, this is all the international money transfers from Japan that go overseas, outbound, the corridors that count. And the source is the Bank of Japan. It's the C2C money transfers as of Q3 2019. So let's take a look at the top three. 31.3% of all transfers going out of Japan are going to Vietnam. 53.2% of those are held with special visas. The Vietnamese come to Japan and they have this special intern visa. Well, when you look at SBI Remit, they are actually capturing 40.5% of those transfers. So we all know that RippleNet is live in Vietnam to Japan. We are just waiting for the announcement of ODL. Next, 14.2% of all transfers from Japan is going to the Philippines. 8.7% of that is from the interns who live here. SBI has 22.6% of that market share. We know that the Philippines is live already with ODL. And last is China. 12.2% of the total share is going out of Japan. 20% of that is coming from the interns in China. SBI has 8.3% of that share. And then in November 2017, Michael Arrington launched the $100 million crypto fund with XRP. And SBI on Friday announced that they are going to launch a crypto fund, the first in Japan. And it is, well, I've been waiting to do this follow-up video because I really wanted to read the editorials in Japan, especially since there was mention of a silent partner. So in this particular article, we we know, and it's confirmed, that this fund is going to be sold to individual investors starting this summer. They will be recruiting the buyers with an anonymous partner. And it is through a TK, or what's called in Japan, a takume kumai. And this is a contractual contract where the TK investor contributes money to the fund in exchange for the right to receive profit. That investor, the TK's investor's liability then is limited to its contribution. So let's say that the fund goes down. It doesn't, the TK investor doesn't have to worry about that because they can still remain in their original position. So the big question is, who is this silent partner? Well, I just, of course, always am fascinated with the kanji. The kanji character, taku me kumi I, is 4 characters. Taku meaning to hide, to shield, to shelter. Me is to name, the noted, the distinguished, and reputation. And kumi is in association with or to unite. And I is to join, suit, or fit. So we're basically going to shield and hide the name of the distinguished, noted person's reputation so that this association can unite in a suitable fit. I love kanji for that reason. The conceptual side of kanji is so deep compared to just a single word. So this Japanese bilateral contract governed by the Commercial Code of Japan, the TK invests, the silent partner has the right to share profits. Now this is where it gets super interesting. If the anonymous partner or silent partner allows their name to be used in the name of the partnership, they lose their limited liability. So these are often used and have been in Japan in the past for investment funds, particularly those funds that bring in foreign investors. The structure in the West is known as a Dutch TK. And everyone knows when you go Dutch, you split, right? So let's go to lunch and we'll go Dutch. That means I pay for myself and you pay for yourself. It's kind of what we say in Japan is a betsu betsu. You do it each your own. It was popular among foreign investors in Japan in the past, a Dutch anonymous or silent partner structure. And it was done so that they didn't have to pay Japanese taxes under the tax treaty of 1970. But that loophole was closed in August 2010. And now a 20% withholding tax occurs in these such structures. So King Solomon, who is on Twitter, and he is at XRP_owl, he sent me his thoughts on who he thought the anonymous partner might be. And he says that, he points to this announcement when SBI did their partnership with the tie-up with the Sumitomo Financial Group. So SBI also intends to accept another investment deal from SMFG later this year, which will establish a $1 billion fund that will make strategic investments in firms specializing in digital technology and platforms. The fund may also invest in fintech, blockchain, or distributed ledger projects and 5G technologies. So I told him, yeah, I feel strongly too that this could be the partner, but why silent? I keep going to that because it doesn't make sense for SMFG to be a silent partner. So I'm thinking it might possibly be more of a foreign investor or a partner that is on the fringes like Nomura Securities, or even a competing entity like GMO, who has gone down to Texas with SBI in the Rockdale mining facility. Because remember, that fund, 50% XRP, but with the makeup of another 50% being BTC and Ethereum. Well, will we know? Maybe not. Probably not. I have to admit, though, I do love the mystery. And there is other drama that's coming from that presentation on Friday. I will talk about that. But first, you know, when you want to get just the news, you can use the Nikkei. They are like the Wall Street Journal of Japan. They have multiple stories written per day on SBI. And the drama is coming in regards to that majority share that was taken at the end of last month in the DAITO bank. Remember, that is a regional bank that specializes in the Brazilian customers here in Japan. And we all know that Ripple had a meeting with the Central Bank of Brazil at the same time. It was just really interesting timing for me. But one of the places to get some of the news, I wouldn't say it's murky news, but it's the street talk, is the Yahoo bulletin board. And it brought me to a personal blog post that was uploaded about 4 hours ago. And it's in regards to Mr. Kitao's decision not to greet the officers of the DAITO Bank. This has caused a lot of drama. The blogger, calling himself the useless father, said Mr. Kitao will reject all officers at the next shareholders meeting. And he can do this because he took the majority share of the voting rights. And he's going on to say that Mr. Kitao has long been famous for his arrogant attitude, and a risk of a corporate takeover is looking likely, and it's impossible to turn around. My thoughts? Well, this isn't a popularity contest. This is not personal. This is business. And business is about realizing goals. Mr. Kitao's goal is to see that Ripple and XRP succeed. No apologies. When it comes to investment money, it's all about the win, I think. So those anonymous comments like Mr. Kitao, the emperor of great power, is attacking the small power. Are you kidding me? Get on the winning side, I want to say. This is not an exhibition game or a friendly. This is where score matters. And I don't want to invest in a crypto project led by a bunch of campers sitting around a fire singing Kumbaya. I want someone who's going to fight for market share and make my investment successful. All right, everybody, we're going to jump to the fluff, but I also wanted to show you there's a lot of people talking about this poster circulating in Japan, and it is showing his increased strength among the local and regional banks to create that fourth mega bank a reality. Yeah, I think it's got a lot of people by surprise. We're not surprised, right? We're following this closely, very, very closely. So it's not a surprise, but I think some people who have not been following in Japan are quite surprised at the progress he has made to create that fourth mega bank. I'm like, yeah, you go. All right, let's jump. Now, I have to tell you, this fluff is a little lame, and the reason being is because I have another video coming up. It was just too much to fit into one video. And this next video is also, I think, really good, but I am going to split it up. I am going to upload it today, and it has really good fluff. In fact, I spent hours on it yesterday to do an extended version on Coil. So today's fluff for this video is a little on the weak side, so please forgive me and get into the fluff on the next video for a little bit more richer content. But I did want to show two things. This is part of the new world that we're in, and this is in Japan what people are buying from Amazon to create some protected space at their desk. I just don't know. You know, you just think that you've seen it all, and then you see something else like this. This is the new ninja mask in Japan. I'm sorry, just makes me laugh. All right, everybody, do let me say, take care, sayonara for now, and I'll follow with another video later on today. Bye-bye.